You're in tune to the MixMaster DJ Ramon, playing nothing but hits.
Where did the love go? Tell me, where did the love go? Oh, baby. Yesterday when you said you loved me, you said you would have loved me to the end. Yesterday when you said you needed me, you said you needed me to be your friend. But today, you treated me bad. Today, you're making me sad. Today, treating me bad. Today, you're making me sad. Where did the love go? You gave me your love on one Sunday afternoon. But how could you break it off so soon? You said I was the best thing that could ever happen in your life, yeah. You even went as far to say you wanted me to be your...
Hello, good afternoon.
Yo, what's up?
Lady Twiggi.
I'm in the building.
How are you? MixMaster DJ Ramon reaching out. How are you this afternoon?
You know what? I'm doing great. I'm actually talking to MixMaster Ramon.
All right.
So I'm good.
What? I want to say thank you for making this program this afternoon. We had some technical difficulties earlier. It's a rainy night in Florida, and when rain falls, certain things get wet and things get out of control sometimes, you know. So I just want to tell you thanks for making it a part of your Saturday afternoon. We know you're big artists, and you're busy like a bee. I would just want to tell you thanks for taking some time out of your Saturday to speak to us on this program, all right?
Anytime, Papa.
All right. So we're getting right into the reason, you know, cause we're running a little bit late, and is 1,000 million things to talk about it, Twiggi, because a lot of people don't know that Twiggi is a world-renowned Grammy-nominated artist, but we're going to get into the reason. But people don't know Twiggi, and Twiggi, I just want you to tell the artists, the people, introduce yourself to the people, because they don't know a lot about Twiggi over here. We know you as Twiggi. We know you as Twiggi, but what is the name that your parents gave to you?
First of all, I must say, when you mentioned the world-renowned Grammy thing,
yeah,
you sound bossy.
you know, say when I know some things, I bossy about them, dude. Lord have mercy.
I true, man. But anyway,
yeah, my
government name that my parents gave me is Marie Gittins. And, you know, I grew up, you know, in what would you call it, Ugly Park regions and stuff. And I had a pretty good childhood. You know, I must not complain.
Yeah.
I actually was dragged into the music because in my family, music wasn't anything that they would want any one of the children to be a part of. And I never saw music as a career either. I was more looking at the regular and the typical career like a nurse, a lawyer, you know, the whole works. But my sister, when she grew up and she lived on her own, she became neighbors with Tinga Stewart.
Yeah.
And she, you know, I guess she was just talking. I don't think she even knew what she was doing, but she mentioned to Tinga that her little sister can sing. And she wanted Tinga to hear me. Yeah. Tinga took it and said, okay, I want to do an audition with her. And that was the first time I had to go into a studio because Tinga said, okay, we're going. He has a new song. He had a new song at the time.
Yeah.
And he wanted some background vocals on it. So he took me to Penthouse Recordings, the first studio I ever go in all my life, the first time going to studio and stuff. And my sister was actually a part of the process too, but then when we were doing the vocals in the booth, she just couldn't deal with them stopping her and starting her every minute. So she she was very bougie, and she said she don't have any time for that. So she walked out of the booth, and I ended up doing it myself. And from there, Tinga was so excited about the work I did. He ran with it to the likes of Boris Gardner and Roddy Thomas and Derek Harriott and David Dobson, all these crooners in the business. They took me under their umbrella from there, and they started working with me. And that's how the music started in my life.
So you said the first time you went to a studio, you voiced?
Yes. Because I thought he was going to audition me. I'd like to do a little thing, singing for him, standing up still and singing for him.
Yeah.
No, straight up penthouse.
And
the booth.
And can you remember the song that you sang with Tinga Stewart the first time you sang?
Yes, man. It's a song that he had recorded called Love Again. You guys should look it up. No one has ever heard Tinga Stewart sing like that.
Twiggi, don't do that. Me can't show off now, because I know some things, me tell you. Me used to use my lunch money by music, so I know some things. Me can't show off. This song, let me see if this is the song you're talking about. Tinga Stewart song.
So empty and so all alone. I've written time to call me on the phone.
Is this a song, Twiggi?
I ate that.
I eat this?
Yes, man.
Oh, you mean, okay, big up my chest, me. Big, oh, see that?
Big up your chest, Papa.
Oh, it's alright to see it. So, I know something, me tell us, when me, listen, when it comes to music, I know a few little things, yeah? Alright. So
right. You impressed me, because, all those vocals that you're hearing behind him, that's me, as a little teenage girl, for the first time, first night, first ever.
Alright. So Twiggi, let me take this opportunity to tell you. I did not know how big an artist Twiggi was until I started doing the research for this program. You understand what I'm saying? Twiggi.
Quite a few people say that.
Twiggi, you're a serious artist, and I'm going to try my best to bring that out in this interview this afternoon. You understand? So,
thank you.
So where did you go to school? We know you grew up in Agley Park area, you said, but where did you go to school?
Well, I started out the typical basic school. Then I went to a prep school called Chisholm Prep. After that, I went to Rosso Primary, and then I went on to St. Hugh's High School. Yeah. And then I started extra tertiary, education, after that. And it's like the music just grabbed me from that, and this is where I am now.
All right. So one quick question. We know Jamaican people have nicknames or all kind of things, and the name Twiggi, how did it? Because your right name is Murray Gittins, you said?
Yes.
So how we move from Murray to Twiggi? What caused the Twiggi, or how that come about?
All right. So as a young girl, and even now, I used to hang with pure boys. And so while going to school, like St. Hugh's, I used to hang with some KC boys. And the KC boys, they started calling me Tweety. But they said they were calling me that because I sang like a bird.
Yeah.
So, in Crossroads, I don't know if you're familiar with the whole Crossroad thing with all the high schools that have to gather out there to get the bus and stuff
bus
or whatever.
Taxi and all these
when
other
the
things.
When the KC boys see me coming, them say, "Oh, Tweety!" And every time they call me Tweety, it just sound like a Twiggy, they must say. So one day I said to them, "Listen, why don't we just change this to Twiggy? Because it rolls off the tongue better." And that's where Twiggy started. So when I got into music, I just took the name Twiggy with me.
So you say you got the name Twiggy from some loudmouth KC boys, right?
From a loud mouth Casey boy.
Why? You know, see, I was talking to Nadine Sutherland a couple of weeks ago. I was telling her that Casey boy, them loud for real, you know, they make up whole heap of noise, you know, they always try always have to make nice to make people see them, you know, boy, I tell you, the Casey boys, them, I tell you. But,
yes.
You have some real good people go to KC still, and you know.
Yes,
so.
man, I'm a brother school, because it's St. Hugh's brother school, you know. Yeah. And I love my Fortis every time. Fortis forever.
Yeah.
But at the same time, back on the Twiggy thing, no.
Yeah.
They did not know, and I did not know that there was a white Twiggy in the UK.
Yeah.
So, you know, she is like a model / singer / actress / a whole heap of things, you know. So my first time going into London now was, I think, about 1990, yeah?
Yeah.
And I was in the car at that time. I went there with the group 5446. That group was Tootsie's 2 daughters and myself.
Yeah.
Back in them days, we had like massive hits on the UK charts, and we had to go and do stuff like Top of the Pops and stuff in England, you know, a lot. So we went there. I remember
Twiggy.
one time sitting in the car.
Twiggy, I don't want you gloss over the 5446 thing, you know, car. Just in case people didn't know, 5446 was the people that did the song. You'll never get to heaven if you break that song.
Yes. Oh, you know so much.
Yeah. No, man, come on, not again. Don't do me that, man. Me tell you, so me spend me lunch money for music, you know. Me never learn nothing, you know. Me go to the best school at Jamaica, but me never learn much. Cause me spend half my lunch money.
I just music in the fire, man.
Music in the fire, man. Me never learn a whole heap of something. You understand? But just in case people didn't know, 5446 was this group that did Never Get to Heaven, that did over that song, and it was a multi-million selling song. So no just gloss over it that you were a part of it and you just gone past it like, big people know said Twiggy was a part of 5446.
You know me. I don't walk around with a placard on my back. So, you know, if I'm asked, I will tell. Well, you know, so.
We are going to ask the question them today. I have to go tell me and tell you the truth, because we are exposing it. We are exposing today. You know? Yeah,
so expose me.
All right, so you say you went to England now, and what was happening?
And I was sitting in the car, and lots of people started crowding around the car and saying they want to see the Jamaican Twiggy. I was like, what are they talking about? And after, you know, like, we wind out the window, and then them see me, they were like, oh my gosh, she's even more beautiful, and blah, 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 whatever. So after a while, I started checking out to see what they meant by that, and that's when I realized that there was another Twiggy around, and her name was spelled the same way as mine, Twiggy at the time. So what I did, I changed my spelling to Twiggi.
Yeah.
To not have any copyright infringement issues, you know, in the future and stuff. So hence the spelling Twiggi, because a lot of my songs, a lot of people still put the Y, and you see some with the I. So just in case people are confused about that, it's the same person.
Same person, but Twiggi is the correct name for our Twiggy. Not the British Twiggy.
Right. But you will see some of my older songs with the Y just the same.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Because a lot of people, you know, never take on to the spelling. They just spell it out. Them just remember spelling it from the get-go. So you'll still see a lot of my older songs on the Y.
And
so I'm just letting people know that it's me, same man.
And some we just setting our ways and not change. We not spell it the right way. I just so
some people talk to me and write and see my real spelling, and I spell it Twiggie. So it's like me just hold on for my head and just make it slide.
Yeah, man. Just from its sound close, you just go and work with it.
Me just work with it.
All right. So. But in the research, Twiggy, I found that you were not just doing music, because after the Tinga Stewart collab, because I'm calling it a collab, because you go a studio for the first time and then you get into singing background vocals that / come out in the front part of the song. So may I call it a collab. But
all right.
In after that, you will find that you are doing some corporate work. Tell us about the corporate work that you were involved in Jamaica.
Oh, you mean like the doing commercials
and radio advertisements and all these things?
Well, okay, when I was a part of the Boris Gardner, camp, you had, that's where I met people like Nadine Sutherland, Pama, JC Ladd, Cynthia Slass, Sharon Forrester, and all these ladies that I used to like look up to, because they all were a part of the camp doing either background vocals or commercials with the group. So I ended up doing quite a few of the commercials myself, and there are a few in particular that a lot of Jamaicans know and still they knew and they still know, especially one.
Yeah.
The one that says, from north to south, east to west, island berries is Jamaica's best. That's Nadine Sutherland and myself, and it still plays in Jamaica up to today.
Well, Twiggi, listen, may have TV tunes, may have commercial, may have everything. May I show you something now? Watch this.
From north to south, east to west, Island Dairies is Jamaica's best.
Island Dairy, the brand you love, is still producing the very best, bringing fresh, tasty, and nutritious dairy products like cow's milk, chocolate milk, and eggnog to you and your family since 1980.
Hey, Twiggi, sing now.
Island Dairies is Jamaica's best.
All right. So people, just in case you never know all the people that are from Jamaica and the Jamaican diaspora, that voice that you know and love, because almost everybody that came up in the 80s and the 90s know that advertisement. The only one them in the 2000 cast, this advertisement still plays on radio in Jamaica. That voice you're saying is Twiggi and Nadine Sutherland.
Nadine. Mm-hmm.
Listen, I feel so special because on this program we get to expose some people. And a couple of weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, we had Palm Hall on this program. And then on the 25th of June, we had Nadine Sutherland. And then on the 3rd of September, we have JC Lodge. That kind of sound like a year crew that you know to get.
Don't it? It's like a reunion.
Yeah, that sound like a year crew. All right, so from the advertisements, so that one is a notable one that you were involved in. All right.
Mm-hmm.
But you went to Penthouse, because we know most of the big songs that I have from Twiggi is attached to Donovan Germain's Penthouse label. How did that come about? How did you become a part of Penthouse and what year was that?
Okay, before we even go there, so I forgot to mention, apart from other ads like Victoria Mutual and NCB and the whole other, like radio ads, I did visuals and radio for Bigger Soft Drink when it's in the beginning stage of Bigger Soft Drink. It was General B and myself, and it was a massive visual and audio for Bigger Soft Drink. So every time when I drink Bigger Soft Drink, just remember, say I was a Bigger Soft Drink ambassador.
A very
also
instrumental part of the bigger thing and make it get bigger.
Right. Oh, I see. They used to call me the bigger girl, But anyway, back to Penthouse now.
Yeah.
All right. So while I was with Boris, them right, because we are move fast enough.
Yeah.
Me have to put this in. While I was with Boris and stuff, I became a part of, as you said, the group 5446. And then in being a part of 5446, Toots Hibbert, who was the father of the two other ladies involved in this group, recruited us to become the Maytals. So we started touring with Toots. I started touring with Toots when I was like 19 as a Maytal.
Yeah.
And that was before my Twiggi career. And even throughout my Twiggi career, I still took the time out to tour as a meter with Toots because I will never forget the fact that he was the first person that ever took me on a tour.
So Toots took you on tour, not as Twiggi, but as Marie Gittins.
Right.
Okay.
And everybody thought I was his youngest daughter.
Okay. And
right.
Yes.
So we were the Maytals at that time, and up to the late 2000s and stuff. But anyway, in that process too, the Japanese came to Jamaica.
Yeah.
The Japanese, I do not know what their process was, but they came and they chose a group of people to work with, and I was one of them.
Yeah. And
we had to be back and forth Japan, doing a lot of work, you know, and promotions and shows and things, and I, you know, in that process I also started, the group was called Takian Records. They were in charge of Japan Splash back in the day. They even merged with Sony Records, and both them and Sony Records kept on working with me. But that's another story. Yeah. Anyway, while in Japan, on one of these tours, remember, after I came in as Twiggi, I was going back and forth to Penthouse, working with the Japanese. I was working with all kind of different people at Penthouse, but I never ran across Donovan Germain.
Yeah.
You used to just see Donovan Germain, but him never pay any attention to you. While I was in Japan doing one of these Japanese tours, it was backstage there that Donovan Germain approached me. Mm-hmm. And Donovan Germain said to me, I want to have a meeting with you. And he asked me in his meeting if I can become a part of Penthouse.
Yeah. So
that's how the whole Penthouse part of my career started.
Penthouse part of your career started and brought about songs like this. Big song.
Where did the love go?
This is my favorite Twiggi too, you know.
Where did the love go? Oh, baby.
Listen to the bass line now. Ready!
Yesterday when you said you loved me, you said you would love me to the end. Whoa! Yesterday when you said you needed me, you said you needed me to be your friend. But today, you treated me bad. Today, you're making me sad. Today, treating me bad. Today, you're making me sad. Where did the love go?
Yeah, Twiggi. So where did the love go? I have that labeled as 1994. Is around them time that you did that song for Penthouse?
Yeah, because when Jermaine saw me in Japan, I think it was late 1992.
Yeah.
So when I became a part of Penthouse, it was like 93.
Yeah.
And my first song I recorded with Jermaine was a song called There's No Danger in Loving Somebody Too Much, and it's sad when you know it's tough. On the radio, stop.
1993. Hold on. Let me see if it's this one, Twiggi. Tell me if it's this one.
There's a danger in loving somebody too much.
Is that the song?
It's the one.
Yeah, so I have this song labeled as 1993. So you said this is the first recording that you did for Penthouse.
Yes.
Okay. All right, me I go and go so far. That means the lunch money when me did that spend never go to waste then, man. Never go to waste.
Never start call you Billy the Kid because you're quick on the job.
Why? What you mean? Yeah, we kind of know some songs, and the people that make it to this program, I'm telling you the truth, Twiggi, are people that have been observing their career for a while, are people that listen to their music and it sound good, you understand? And we try to expose some people, because the truth is Twiggi, let me tell you this now. A lot of people know Twiggy songs and love the songs and can sing to them, but they can't put a face to Twiggy on the songs either, you know.
Me fi tell you.
Yeah, cause Twiggy have some big songs. All right, let me try to find a next song. I know is a big song from Twiggy that people know the song, don't even know that it's Twiggy do the song, but people love the song.
Come again, do me, baby. Oh. Here we are in this big old empty room, staring each other down. You want me just as much as I want you. Let's stop fooling around. Yeah. Take me, baby, and kiss me.
Hey, Twiggy, them song I kind of sound suggestive still, you know.
Honey,
Oh, you have a backstory to that song, yeah?
bring out what
Why?
you need.
You know, say people tell me, say me I do slackness from long time, but me do it in a classy way.
Yeah, man, this kind of sound like one of them rag song type of slack song from the back in the idea where your Christian people that tell us, say, don't listen to them rag song there.
Never done before.
And the funny thing is,
Yeah.
when I was doing them songs, I was so innocent, Lord. I didn't even have a boyfriend.
What? You never have a boyfriend and I sing them lyrics, yeah? That tell something. Oh, God, man, Twiggy. There must be a backstory to this, but I couldn't imagine you imagine this.
No, man, no backstory. What happened is, this song is actually a cover. It's an adapted song.
Yeah?
But it's a song from, I was a little girl. I used to just love this song. I think the original singer for it was Prince, yeah?
Yeah.
I think Prince did it. And then, but when I started hearing it, I think it was Melissa Morgan's version I was hearing.
Oh, yeah. I just said that, remember that to be true, you know. Melissa
Yeah,
Morgan.
but people, when they hear my version, like, it coming like, everyone thinks that mine is the first version of it.
Yeah, man. They not, if you never said that, no, me wouldn't even remember, say them, the people that do the song, come. This is the one who remember. You know?
Real. So when I was singing it, it's just a song where me just love how she just sing it and me just sing it back.
Yeah, it's a wonderful.
So there was no backstory, nothing exciting.
Oh God! All right. Well, Mr. May, I get excited a while ago if I listen to the backstory. No backstory. All right. So, all right, Twiggy, I have some songs here now that I see 1, 2, 3, at least 3 songs that you did with Lorraine. The collabs with Lorraine. Tell us about that. Let me play one of them first, and you tell us about the Lorraine collaboration, because I see quite a few of them.
Didn't make time, sweet destiny, carrying me through desperation to the one that was waiting for me. It took so long, still I believe somehow the one that I needed would find me eventually. I am a vision of love.
This is Vision of Love. One more, Twiggy. One more with you, Lorraine. Incidentally, Twiggi, these two songs are Mariah Carey songs. Tell us about that. Were you following her, or what was the story with you and Lorraine covering two Mariah Carey songs? I think 3 of them I have. One of them look like it's Michael Jackson original though, but these two. Talk to us about those songs.
All right. You see, before we go into that, are you still gonna come back to my other Penthouse tracks?
Yes, man. Yes,
man. People.
Definitely.
Oh, all right.
Definitely.
I think you're done with the whole Penthouse thing.
No, man.
All right.
No, man. I just saw the big song them there. We can't don't talk about that for now.
All right. And you know, say Bobby Digital and Exterminate and all of them, you know, we have our party. But anyway, with this project now, if you remember earlier, I said to you that the Japanese were working with me. Yeah. And when they merged with Sony Japan, they started doing a lot of songs with me and stuff and whatever. I had to be singing in Japanese a lot and singing some Japanese songs for the people and all of that. So they had a great interest in working with me.
Well,
so eventually,
hold on, Twiggi. Hold on. You say you're singing Japanese?
Oh, you mean, man? The people them did love when we sing in Japanese. Them used to request it.
So, something you learn, or you just fix it that way? There's something you know how to sing in Japanese?
I still can sing a song or two in Japanese, yeah. But they eventually, the Japanese, when they introduced it to me, they kind of gave it to you in a way that like they break it down. Yeah. So you can learn how to sing it and pronounce the words properly and stuff and whatever. But they said the tone in my voice sounded like the typical Japanese woman tone. So the people loved it when I sang in Japanese. And so that's why I had to sing a lot of songs in Japanese. I had a major hit song with the massive reggae artist over there called Naki, called Something Special. It was a massive hit, and I sang in part. I sang Japanese in part on that song.
Something
and English
special.
in part.
I know that with that song today, you know. I go look, see me find, cause I think me have that song there, but I have to go look. Yeah, so keep on. Yeah,
right. So in working with the Japanese now, they stepped to me and they asked me to do a project of Mariah Carey songs. So, you know, we were ready to go forward, but they had to consult with the big boy from Sony Records, who at the time was also Mariah Carey's husband or something like that. Tommy. I think his name was Tommy Mottola or something like that. Mm-hmm. And when they, wanted to get the permission from them to do the project, they said, okay, they don't have a problem with it, but they don't want one person doing the project. Yeah. They rather having two people doing it. So that's how they searched and they found Lorraine. Mm-hmm. Lorraine at the time, she used to be out with Barry Salmon and stuff as a background vocalist, but she was really special at what she did. So, they chose her to do the project. So that's how that project came about with both of us. Mm-hmm. And when it was released, the first week it was like, the sales was like massive. Mm. And I mean, like, I won't even say the numbers, unless you. Yeah,
but why wouldn't you say the numbers? Why? Tell us the numbers, man. Tell us the numbers. why wouldn't you say the numbers?
Well, from what I heard like it was 100,000 copies sold in 1 week. All right. And so
all right, Twiggi, let me ask you. I know it is okay. I know it is okay to be modest, but why would you not say you sell 100,000 copies in a week? Cause let me tell you something now. Lord have mercy. People, this has nothing to do with Twiggi. This is me now talking my opinion. People, don't bash or don't get Twiggi involved in this. Me, my shoulder broad, me can talk. There was this artist, big artist, them call him, and he got over 60,000 views last year or year before last. And his numbers that he sold, actual units, was like 1,200 units when the thing released in a week. So if you sell 100,000, that is like 100 times what him sell. and him a big artist. So why? I don't know why you would have keep that to yourself. Yeah, man, tell me about it, man. Tell me about the things, man.
I guess, you know what, I think that is my little thing where I always make my flop, you know, because I'm too humble. I just always just keep everything to myself and just, you know, act like la-di-da, you know, so, you know, if your back brother, you want to put it out there, I don't know, so, you know, so.
Let me tell you something now, Twiggi. Somebody asked me a question the other day, because I am one of the persons that I'm kind of shy behind the scenes. When I'm around the turntables, I become this person that, but when I'm not playing, if you don't know me, then I want to look a corner, stand up by myself. And somebody said to me the other day, how can you be number one? How can you want to be number one, but yet still you're behind the scenes? You can't be number one behind the scenes, you know. You have to come out in the front. And so that kind of changed my perspective on it. So Twiggi, I am going to put it out there to let people, and I'm challenging people now to challenge me on this. Twiggi is foremost in music in Jamaica based on all the achievement that she has had. And I hope that we can bring out all of that in this interview this afternoon, because people need to know. Some of the people that follow music needs to know these things. So don't be so modest that you don't want to tell us your achievements, the things that you have achieved thus far.
Well, you know what, I am thankful for people like you and, you know, for all the other people that have been doing these interviews with me, that have been having people jaws on the floor with all the details that they are learning about me and stuff, you know. I am so appreciative of you guys, and, you know, blessing and, you know, thank you so much for wanting to put me out there and letting people know, yeah, I don't mind being out there, because I have worked for it and may work hard. I work hard behind the scenes, but the industry itself tend to kind of like push me in the back. They tend to push me in the back, and it's like, you just feel like, why am I fighting to be at the forefront when I should be at the forefront? And, you know, they keep on pushing you in the back. So it's like, you just go in your little self and you just deal with the thing neatly. And, you know, for the ardent fans and stuff, they always stand right by you no matter what, you know. So I guess that's why I've been so cool and calm and quiet about everything.
You do some work here, Twiggi. The song named Something Special. I found that song. See it here?
But I wanna get them something special. But I'm gonna make you one more time, man.
There's so many things to say. I don't know where to start, but all I know is you're a special place in my heart.
You want to say no?
When I think about the time we met, and when we have.
And just in case people don't remember, is this like a Japanese youth I used to DJ? We used to have a music video on TV at Jamaica.
Girl, you special, you are one of a kind. Every time I see you, girl, you blow me, man, one in a million. Your type is hard to find. Full of ambition, you're such a discipline, just to be there for you. And girl, me now waste no time. Two of it together is like rosemary, why so there for me? This your love combined, respect you to your heart and
gotta be special, special. There's no one else like you.
Now look at that.
So, Twiggi, you're very special, man. You're very, very special. And I'm telling you, now wait till God forbid, later on, you know, they hear no more. We say, boy, Twiggi a big artist, and we start play the whole of your song. May I play them now, yeah? So that you can hear that your song affected some of us, and we appreciate you for doing good music, you hear?
I appreciate it, my brother, because I always say that too, you know, they always wait until some of the really special people gone before them, you know, big them up and stuff, and, you know, give away roses while we're there, you know.
All right.
Give us the roses while we're here. So yeah, and that song was a massive hit all over Japan. That's where one of the songs that I sang Japanese in, you know.
Not sing, but talk a couple words in a Japanese, make we can hear. Say, I don't know. Tell me something.
Okay, the song goes, Anatani ayaluhio. Kokora kala mateluno. Monero odoluno. Mashikile nai. Sonohio. Umalete kita kotono. Yoloko bio shiete kuleta. Anatani watashi no. Subete wo. Agelua.
But somebody sound close to bad one, you know, but
and a fair good word is saying there are so many things to say. I don't know where to start, but all I know is you hold a special place in my heart. When I think about the times we met, when we had to part, it's not that easy to forget that special place in my heart.
one more big song from Twiggi. Let me make people understand who Twiggi is. One more big song. You know the song, but you never know a Twiggi.
Serious matter. Loneliness is not fair. Come on and do me right. Baby, I'm so scared. Say you love me. Be with me forever, baby. Come on. Say you love me. Never have another, baby.
All right, Twiggi, a song there was a monster hit. Monster hit. That one was from Donovan German production again.
Yes. And that song, I wrote that song. As a matter of fact, that song was written by Tony Rebel's nephew. I don't even remember his name because Tony Rebel had taken him to my house one evening and say, he wants to, he likes to write and stuff, and if we could write a song together. And I remember, having that rhythm, and I said to him, all right, let's write a song on this together. So we wrote that song together. And, that song, as I said, a lot of people don't know that it's me. Them just hear it and just rock to it, but they don't know what to hear at all.
People know the song and love the song, but did not know is Twiggi do the song. All right, so Twiggi, you were saying?
And the reason for that is when I was with Penthouse, I was not promoted. I was not really promoted as one of the top artists. I wasn't even promoted as a face, really. So my songs, I just recorded the songs and they just cut through for themselves. So that is why people always knew the songs, but they did not know who sang them.
That was a question that I was just going to ask, cause how come people don't know Twiggi face and can attach the song to Twiggi? But that was the question I was about to ask, but you answered the question before I asked it,
Yeah, and it is such a shame because, Jermaine had a great artist in me, but, I don't know what goes on in their heads. When they're doing their promotions and stuff. But I had to always be on all the top rhythms, but then my song had to just push itself, but I was just so blessed that every song I do, it always just got you and reach to the crowd.
One more monster.
I wasn't getting any shows as Twiggi alone. Every time I performed, I always had to be with the package. So most of the times you get overlooked.
Yeah.
You get overlooked. Yeah, and that's a whole other story by itself. But, all of the songs that I did with Penthouse were like massive.
Monster, it out of Penthouse again, Twiggi.
It's over, it's obsessed.
I'm ready.
God, some songs are greatest.
It's a Twiggi and Gaga Mellow.
Ready? Here was a cry.
I want your love, need you now. I can't hide. I need you now. Want your love deep inside.
I want to show about that.
The vibe I feel when I'm with you is spreading all around me. I can't seem to find the words to tell you how I feel.
Alright, so Twiggi, I have this one labeled as 1994 also. About them time that song you do too?
Yeah, man. And I wrote that song in like 10 minutes in the studio.
Alright, so there must be a backstory to that one then. Tell me about it.
and that is it. Alright, let me tell you what. I have a very vivid imagination. My imagination must stop you, so. If me look for you right now, Ramon, and say, oh, Ramon, that chain the way you have on, me can't just start sing about the chain.
Mercy.
And you would think that I knew about your chain, okay? That song was from my vivid imagination, because I've been, since age 5, I was like writing.
Yeah, right, song from your 5-year-old?
Say that again?
Yeah, you're writing songs from your 5-year-old?
Yeah, man. I was always because I was so well read as a child, because I started reading from maybe about age 3, because I remember my sister bought me my first big old book as a little baby before I could even walk good, and I started reading. So in reading so much and learning so much and whatever, I started writing at that age for, like church. I started writing poetry. I started writing songs, and I used to just do them in church as a baby. And then when I got older, I wrote like songs like Where Did the Love Go and stuff as a teenager, without even knowing what a boyfriend was. Yeah. Nobody understands my imagination. My imagination is kind of crazy, Sometimes my imagination drives me crazy. It's like, I remember, what did I write? I even wrote books in school. I even wrote romance novels in school, and it was stolen. So from age 5 I was writing. So this song now where you hear and whatever, maybe just write that for me, just from a vivid imagination. I wasn't, and this is kind of TMI, I wasn't even having sex.
Oh my God. So no backstory. All right, that boring.
No backstory to disappoint you.
Come on, that boring like what? Sure.
I know, right?
Yeah, no little drama, no little backstory, no nothing, just dry
stuff. No backstory to it, but just write it.
Oh God Almighty, man! All right, one more big song from Twiggi. One more big song out of Penthouse again.
Ooh, yeah. I'll be there. You and I must make a pact. We must bring salvation back. Where there is love, I'll be there. I'll reach out my hand to you. I'll have faith in all you do. Just call my name, and I'll be there.
Twiggi, you know a whole heap of song you have though. You know, say a whole heap of song you have.
I'm to tell you, but catalog the other day I was doing an interview over in London, and someone was listening and him calling and him say, yo, I know catalog Twiggi have, a lion log.
Yeah,
that's
for real.
Really cool for that.
I will pass song you have, man. All right, this one is another big song again.
I'm so lonely behind me, so I can't take it.
Big song. Big song. Big song, Twiggi. Big song.
Pulo.
Big song that.
Yeah. And you know what? You know which one now have a backstory, but you don't play it yet?
Yeah, talk to me about it.
I bet you can't tell me which one you don't play yet and it have a backstory.
Me no know. Tell me, because I want to hear the backstory them. Just tell me about the backstory. Which one? Just tell me which one. Let me try to find it.
It's too late.
It's too late. It's too late. Let me see if I can find it. It's too late. It's too late.
Champion Redeem.
Mercy. That one, eh? That one, eh?
Whoa, 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 yeah.
Big song this again, you know?
I never knew that you were in love with me. You never talked or even showed me how you feel. Now I'm in love with someone else and you are blue. Next time you're falling for a girl, give her a clue. Baby, it's too late. Someone else is in your place. I wanted you to love me, but you made me wait. Baby, it's too late. Someone else is in your place. I know you love me now, boy, but it's an act of faith.
All right, give it a scoop. Give it a scoop now. Give it a scoop. Give it a scoop.
No, all right. This was a little guy who me did like, you know, man.
Yeah.
And him did like me, but it's how he just did a hold back, you know. And he used to just always act like he was always so attentive to me and so loving and give me flowers and stuff, but him just always just behave like a best friend type.
Oh, friend zone him.
And, you know, and I went with the flow because, you know, I was a good girl and thing and whatever, but then I met this other guy.
Yeah.
And the other guy, you know, kind of
step up to the plate and just run around him.
You know, the other guy, after a while, me have write a song about him too, but one totally different song that. But, guys, wait, when you flop me, write a song about you, you know. So, yeah, so, you know, this other one just sweep me off of my foot and we just say, you know what? It's too late. Someone else is in your place.
Mercy.
So, up to know him not even knows him write a song about, but my girlfriends all know because I told them.
Well, him supposed to know by now still.
Probably because him hear you sent me flowers, almost driving me to tears.
He might do the maths,
He's supposed to say, wait there.
He might do the maths.
Already.
He might do the maths.
Oh boy.
Why, Twiggi? All right. So, of the places that you have got, I know you say you got Japan, but tell us some of the places that you have gone to perform, whether as Twiggi or as 5446 or as backing vocal.
A metal,
right?
I have been. Oh my gosh, I've been to most parts of the world. Just to name a few, you always have the Caribbean and you have the North America, like Canada, USA, and you have South America, some parts of South America, Central America and stuff. But, places like Australia, New Zealand, New Caledonia, Singapore, China, places like all of Europe. Every part of Europe, France, Germany, Spain, Portugal, Austria, Sweden, Switzerland, the whole of them, and I mean, there are just a few places that I have not been to, but Africa, one of my biggest playgrounds too, apart from Japan and Europe and stuff. Africa was where I've had some of my best experiences also, and that I know you didn't ask me this question, but it had to do with the song "It's Too Late."
Okay, so that one was a massive hit over in the other parts of the world.
Yeah, because when after "It's Too Late" was a massive hit in like US and Jamaica and Canada and all these places, it was years after that Africa latched onto it, and they said it was the biggest hit over there since the Beatles song called Michelle.
Mercy. Boy,
Oh, is it mercy?
I serious something that. So of the places that you have gone to perform, which of them would you say is your favorite then?
I love Japan. I really, really love Japan. But and there's no but. I love Europe and everywhere, but Japan was all my favorite. So Japan just have its own little thing where I just love about it, the technology and the world works. It's just different. But Africa, I mean, everybody had good crowd responses and stuff and whatever. But Africa was a whole new vibe. Yeah. Africa had the government appointed bodyguards for me. And stuff. So it was like a Whitney Houston thing. It's like, when you go in, it was like Whitney Houston and the bodyguard.
Yeah, so you would say Africa was your most memorable of the performances?
Yeah, because what happened is, I have never experienced that. Yeah, as I said, Japan, you perform for like 100,000 people and them something, and the crowd singing every song with you and love you and all that. But Africa now, and Europe, you always have the big festivals and thing and whatever and all of that. But Africa, as we say, it come with this special vibe where I never experienced that before. So I would say that in my memory, it is always one of the first thing that comes to mind. Where as I came off the plane and stepped out, in the airport, this well-dressed man in a suit, he came up to me and he said, introduced himself, and he says, we stopped first in Uganda, so we were supposed to be doing a tour, of Africa. Yeah. And he said, I was appointed by the government of Uganda to be your bodyguard. Hey. So me now look around for him like, buddy, who? So I must say, yeah. So I said, no, you're supposed to be bodyguarding Buju and stuff. He's like, no, we were appointed to bodyguard you, me, and my team. But if everybody else want to be overseen, then no problem. But are you there for? So it's like, when we go outside TV, all kind of stuff, let me up on the news, on the newspaper cover. I was on the chart, the top 49 chart with 4 songs. Number 1, number 2, number 4, and number 11.
Whoa, hey.
And this chart was not a reggae chart. It was an R&B chart. So you had people like Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, Anita Baker, them people up on the chart. I mean, they are number 1, 2, 4, and 11. and the only other reggae on it was, I think, Steel Pulse. No, Steel Pulse, yeah, with a song, I think probably 5 or something like that. And I mean, everywhere I went, my bodyguard was with me. So if I'm outside and me want to run go pee somewhere, yeah, he had to be standing at the door.
Hey, hallelujah. Hey.
He stood at African there. he stood at my door 24/7, morning, noon, and night. No move. Me have to hand him a little supplement more time, because when I go Africa, I travel with my little things. I know my sardine and my supplement and thing and whatever. And him stop and say, eat something. Him say, no, I cannot stop to eat. I'm here to take care of you. And he said to me, we do not bodyguard normal people. We only bodyguard kings and queens and prime ministers and presidents.
Hey. So you're saying, Twiggi, that Buju was there on the tour and them never bodyguard Buju, are you them come for bodyguard?
Let me tell you.
Mercy. Yo, that's serious. That's serious, Twiggi. So, but
we never even get for going on my room where, with everybody checking the hotel and everybody get to open their doors and just go inside. They have to back me off, I say, what is going on? Them say, wait. And they have to go in there with some metal, some detectors and zoop, 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 all over the TV, under the bed, everything before I enter that room. I say, you guys are scaring me. What's going on? They're like, we have to make sure that you are 100% safe. And I was bodyguarded right up until I was going back on the plane to leave.
No, that's serious.
Uganda.
Yeah, that's serious.
It's serious. Let me tell you that one before we come off of this. You see, when any vehicle I was going in, at least the head of the security detail, and you know, the rest of them some of them would be in the vehicle with me, and some in other vehicles. You see, they had one. Everybody used to start make fun of him and saying, "He's love him, love me off," you know.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like them used to say, "Oh, bro, love you, what's your way I'll go do?" So one time when we were all going in the vehicle, everybody jump into the vehicle and pack it up so he couldn't get in. You know, sir, the bodyguard run alongside the vehicle.
Woy. Hey.
Only on the TV show you see them stop me up.
Yeah, that for the president and all these things. So Twiggi a big star over Uganda then, man.
Well, man, the people them love me same way, man. They still cry for me all the time to come back. Yeah.
Mercy, that's serious, Twiggi. All right, so getting back into the reasoning now, Twiggi. You have done quite a number of covers with not covers, but you have a whole heap of collaborations with artists. Like, you have a whole heap of collabs. So we know about Busho, we know about... All right, there's one song that you did with Busho that a whole heap of people never hear yet. One Busho Bantan.
It feels so good.
This woman we got married this morning.
Feels so good.
Hear why?
I used to think love was a joke, made for fools, only a trick, and I was just too wise.
What she say?
I laughed at those who fell in love, cause they lost their mind. Love to me was just a waste of time. Oh, but then you came into my life, and you rescued me.
That's all you got something can do.
Showed me love could be alright. Now what I feel for you has changed my view. Now I know what love can do. It feels so good.
Just an experience.
Somebody loves you. It feels so nice. I so wanna get.
Yeah, Twiggi, that song is a big song. Big song.
For real.
Yeah, man, it's a big song that came out on one of Buju Bantan's albums. I think it is. But you have done some collaborations with artists that has been nominated for a number. You're featured on a number of Grammy nominated albums, you know, Twiggi. Tell us about that. Tell us about that.
Yeah. Well, you know, I have done collaborations with the likes, as you say, Buju, Wayne Wanda, Luciana, so many people, Mega Bantan, a whole heap of people, I can't even remember all of them right now. From before I became even massive.
All right, let me show people now. One song that Twiggi was supposed to be doing background vocals on this song, but this song is a collaboration. Many people hear the song but don't know say Twiggi in the background and then come out in at the forefront. Listen to this song.
Bounce, bounce, bounce.
Not even Twiggi never remember say she do vocals for that song.
But I me got the bang with the billy bang. Then I me got the bang with the shocking vibe. Then I me got the bang with the billy bang. Stand I me got the bang with the shocking vibe. Why? Everybody's talking all this stuff about me. Why they just don't let me live? Tell me why.
Listen, Twiggi.
These are girls and sugar.
It is my
Twiggi. So why you being so modest as not to tell us about these things? Cause this album is Beenie Man's album, Many Moods of Moses, I think it was. That this song was nominated for Grammy. Which year that? Me not remember which year. Me have to go search. But me know said this song was on a Grammy nominated album. You did
so. Probably was remember about 96 or the years there or something, you know.
Yeah, but all right. So 1996, you featured on a Grammy nominated album, Many Moods of Moses, and then 1995, you did some background vocals on a Grammy nominated album also in Till Shiloh. So by year,
yeah, and
back to back, you know, you did your Grammy, you're kind of Grammy nominated.
Right, it's a tongue twister now, you know.
Yeah, like 95 and 96. So,
and not to mention, I was nominated on Burning Spear album. You know, I think there's an album I did some stuff with Steel Pulse, and I think I was on that Grammy nominated album too. And I only for them.
All right, but one little known fact about Twiggi, that Twiggi actually was part of the album, Toots album that won the Grammy in our 2020 it was?
Yeah, 2020.
2020. Toots album that won the Grammy. Twiggi was a part of that.
Got to be tough.
Yeah. So
I actually won a Grammy.
So Twiggi talk about it, no man. You have to draw out the thing them out. You talk to us about your achievements, no man. You can't be somebody else. Tell me about them, man. Tell me about them.
Well, you know, because I was always a metal in the quiet, you know. Because as I say, a lot of people know of my Twiggi career, but they had no idea that I was a metal. When I was a metal, I was not Twiggi. So while I was on tour with Toots, me wasn't Twiggi.
All right.
Me a metal.
So
it go ahead.
I'm going to ask you and the rest of people that are listening to me now to bring one Jamaican female artist that has been nominated for at least 4 Grammys, are featured on Grammy nominated albums, at least 4 of them. Apart from Twiggi, I want anybody that has done some research to bring and come and tell me who else they know apart from Twiggi that has featured on so many Grammy award winning albums. The place gets silent.
Cricket.
Yeah,
right,
the place gets silent because nobody else not there out the way where we can mention. So Twiggi, I'm saying, it goes back to what I was saying, that you are foremost in your achievements where reggae is concerned, but for some reason or the other, we don't know that about Twiggi. And that is why a program like this is important for people to understand the artists and what has gone on behind the scenes. That, I don't know, I really don't know how to bring it across, but Twiggi is a big artist and people just seem not to know.
Yeah, and for me, it's also a mystery because a part of it, you know, in reality is because of lack of promotion and then at the same time because I'm so low keyed, but then the rest is a mystery because people, as you say, people never stop to do their research, and that is why someone like you who does your research and stuff, may have to say, oh, big up and maximum respect, you know. And all the other people that have been putting me out there that have done their research. And you guys are like younger generation, but you're not doing the research. And I give thanks for people like you guys, because I don't think I should be running down people to tell them, say, yo, I mean this and I mean that. The work should speak for itself.
And your work speak for itself, Twiggi. You do some work. One more song. A lot of people never hear this song before. I'm going to play this song. For the first time I'm playing it in my library for a minute. I just never get around to playing it. This song, Twiggi and Luciana.
Listen, babies. Why don't you sit close to me, darling? I want to feel the warmth of your body. The first time you touched my hand, my heart skipped a beat. And then you kissed my lips and knocked me off my feet.
What am I gonna do? Oh, I'm hooked on you. And what
Twiggi. This song here is what 1990 way down so you know. Talk all right.
Way down so when Luciana never even had locks as yet.
Luciana never ras yet, cause him sound like a very very young Luciana at that point. What I tell you.
Twiggi, and that was for Exterminator Fatis, you know.
Yeah, you put in some work in the something here. You do some work.
But you know some songs with shocking vibes where people know say me over the rainbow, run to you, and them songs and stuff like that. Shocking vibes that you know. I wanna run to you. Do dum do dum do 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 dum 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 do dum do dum and.
Hold on, let me say for that one here you talk about again.
There's so much that you just don't see, but if you would only take the time, I know in your heart you will find. Oh, you just get some.
This is the one you're talking about, Twiggi?
Bop, 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 bop.
All right, so we know you do some big song with Penthouse, but then how you reach over Shocking Vibes now for do song with Shocking Vibes? How that go now?
All right, you see when Penthouse used to be in this era called Slife Road.
Yeah.
We used to share the same space with Music Works, which was Anchor, which is now Anchor.
Yeah.
When they moved down the road, and Shocking Vibes always used to come and work out at Penthouse. So Chucky Vibes and Penthouse artists always had a great family vibe, and we always there on each other.
Yeah.
So we always work with each other and stuff. But eventually, when I left Penthouse, Chucky Vibes approached me and say, they wanted to sign me over to their whole team and thing and whatever. And they said to me that we wanted to sign you from earlier, but then Penthouse got you first. So now we are come back for you.
So you were signed to Penthouse at one point?
Yeah. In 93, I was literally signed as a artist on the Penthouse label.
All right. So to put you on the spot, you leaving Penthouse had anything to do with you feeling that you weren't being put out there, or there was just a private thought of yours?
That too, that had a lot to do with it too. And then some Oliver things, some inside things where you were dealing with for many years. Yeah. We had deal with for years upon years, you know the whole money thing and all kind of thing and whatever. And apart from that, I get the spotlight, and you just now get the push that should boost you and put you forward. So eventually, it was after I went to Africa, and a whole heap of ism and schism, they go on and thing and whatever, and I just said enough is enough, and I walked away.
So you left Penthouse and went to Shocking Vibes, but Shocking Vibes and Penthouse was occupying the same building. So how was that? How did that? Well,
at that time when I was with Shocking Vibes had their own building.
Okay.
Them did build a multi-million-dollar complex.
Princeville Road up the Constant Spring Road, that one.
Up them side, right? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So when they took me under their wings, I was there. But even so, there was some form of civility.
Yeah.
Because I'm a very civil girl, so I will do things and just always be nice about things.
So there was no drama. There was no drama behind the lead.
Not from my end.
Yeah.
Not from my end, but from what I hear, there could have been drama if I had followed it up,
Okay.
Where you hear, say, newspaper article come out with negatives about me, and things are being said that were negative about me, but I never bring it or carry it. I just love it,
Yeah, well, we're glad for that. All right. So, somewhat newer song from Twiggi now. We're going to feature this one. Let us bring this one to the fore.
Hear the people sing, yeah, yeah. Oh, my God will never let us down. Yeah, yeah. Sing it, let the people hear. My God will never let us down. Be safe, Jonah from the whale. When we're disobedient, he still don't fail. Hold us in the palm of his hand, so we don't fall in their sinking sand. Yeah, yeah. He shield us, David, from our Goliath. Give us the weapon to keep them quiet.
Hey, Twiggi, this kind of sound like one Christian song. This.
Well, it is. I wouldn't call it Christian. It's more like more spiritual, you know, more cultural. Because that song, that I've always grown up in the church, and I'm still very close to my God. Okay. Me not go away without my God, you know. And in everything that I do, whether it's music, relationship, anything I do, I always consult with my God. And I'm always a praying girl. So in 2021, this song was released, yeah.
Yeah.
And, I guess it was a period and everything was going on, and, the whole pandemic and whatever and stuff. And it's like everything just felt confusing and stressful. And, I did this for a little young producer in London. Yeah. And, that's the song that came out, that my God will never let us down, because sometimes you feel like, even in the music industry, you feel like you want to let it go. You feel frustrated, you feel tired. But then, God always have a way for just remind you that I am right here with you and don't worry, I got you. So that's how that song came about.
Well, Twiggi, I not even realized at the time we're supposed to speak for 1 hour. We got 1 hour 18 minutes already, and we're not even getting to all the reasoning that we need to get to. Twiggi, I just want to tell you, I am not going to wait until you're gone for spreading the roses and rest in peace, Twiggi, or all them something. Me not get involved in that. Me I tell you from now, you have done some good songs and you have contributed greatly to the music that is called reggae, and I just want to applaud you. Thank you for doing good music. Thank you, yeah? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for you highlighting, who Twiggi is and the music and the achievements and stuff. And, I will give you all the kudos and stuff to and big you up to, because guess what? You are the real deal.
See there? Twiggi. Before you go, because what we do on this program is we try to bring it back out there. So tell the people now where they can go to find Twiggi's music. And we want to tell them where you will benefit from it, because I don't know if it is streamed on YouTube, if you will benefit. I don't know if you have a YouTube channel, but give us all the information about where your music can be found and the information about Twiggi.
Oh, okay. All of my songs are on every online platform that you can think of,
Yeah.
Including YouTube. No, I don't benefit from most of the platforms, but just the fact that people go out and buy my music or stream my music is very important anyway, so all of the online platforms. And if you want to find me on social media, all of my platforms are Twiggi Music, TWIGGI MUSIC. And my YouTube channel is Twiggi Music. My Instagram is Twiggi Music. My Facebook is Twiggi Music Twiggi. And Twitter is Twiggi Bird. So that's TWIGGI.
Oh, Twiggi.
Everything.
Twiggi Bird from the KC boy them. All right.
Yes, it is.
All right. Twiggi, it was a pleasure speaking to you this afternoon. Believe me, there are so many more things that we need to get into. At some point or the other, we're going to invite you to come.
We have to do a part 2.
Yeah, man, we have to do a part 2 because people need to understand the people that have done work in this music. And we're doing some collabs with Ed Robinson and some other people. We're trying to resurrect this music called reggae. Because I believe it is on the verge of dying if we don't do something to get it back on a platform of people just being able to relate to it. And so I'll speak to you off the ear and behind the scenes so we can resurrect this music and bring it forward. But we have to do a part 2, Twiggi, because there are so many other things about Twiggi that we have not gotten into yet, and so many more songs that we haven't featured. So I'm going to ask you at some point or the other, you come back to this program so we can highlight who Twiggi is. And one more thing, Twiggi, I'm going to beg you, no, the songs that you're putting out after today, make sure you do music video to them so we can identify who, because a lot of people know Twiggi songs and love them, but them don't know what Twiggi look like. So we kind of want to put you back out there. Like, do some music video and some.
And if them know what Twiggi look like, them we like her because she no look bad at all.
No, she no ugly. I truth, she no ugly. she no ugly at all. She is what some of the people them from would I say is a sight for sore eyes. So if you eye them sore, if you look you eye them with cure. You understand? Yeah, man. Yeah, she no look bad.
And there's. Talking about video, my latest song that was released in May of this year, it's called Love Lost, and there's a music video for it on YouTube over on Reggaeville channel, so they can check out Love Lost. Love Lost on YouTube, the music video.
All right, I wonder if Love Lost is this one.
If you prove you are the man and nobody can rule you, like them are you mad? Either you don't give a damn or you just don't know how to treat a good woman. That she gave you the boot, now you act like you shocked and you so victimized. I hope the move make you looking at yourself, boy. It should open up your eyes. You shouldn't do that. It's all going crazy.
So people, I'm inviting you to go and search. Do some research on Twiggi. And this song, go and stream it. Make sure you stream it on Spotify. Love Lost, yeah?
Every day you get up and go with your friends. The woman they alone on the end.
Twiggi, I want to say thank you for taking time out of your busy Saturday afternoon to speak to us on this program. And just know that we're going to reach out so that we can get the part 2 of the reasoning, all right?
Thanks, Papa, for having me. And thanks to your audience for stopping by and listening. And you all take care of yourselves, Dean, and bless up.
One last thing before you go, Twiggi, because we have a lot of aspiring artists listening to this program, and I want you to just leave a word with them to how they can navigate this dangerous, wicked business of music and by extension reggae music. Say something to them so that they can know what to do. Leave a last word with us.
Well, what I will say is, don't try to rush the thing. Work on your craft. Hone your craft. Learn to write. Learn to sing on key. Get your practice and stuff that whenever the gate open, you're ready for the thing. You know, go out there rugged and messed up, you know. And always keep Father God at the first and the foremost of the thing. And just make him just guide you. And also make sure someone love the business, because if you do not love the business, all the little things and we're coming at it, we make you give up and make you get frustrated and love it. Love it. Make sure someone love it. And just go and do the thing and just produce songs with longevity.
All right. Twiggi, it is a pleasure to have spoken to you this afternoon, and believe me, we're going to reach out for part 2 of the reasoning, and trust me, I want you to tell people about this radio station. I want you to tell people about this DJ. Because the truth is, when we highlight the artists, what we do is we put them up on our YouTube channel. So what I'm going to do is make it the link available to you as soon as it is ready, so you can share it, so people can understand the artists. Because Twiggi, we want you to go back out there, because you do some work and you deserve the accolades that comes with the work. You understand? So just share us whilst we share you. All right?
Of course, man. That is a must.
All
right. That definitely is a must.
All right. So I'm want you to check out the station more time too, in your quiet time. You can come listen. Some good music live over here, so, and we do some work over here, so, So
I got you.
Yeah, man, share us, man, and we will share you. All right?
All right, Papa. And thank you so much again.
Yeah, man. Walk good and take care of yourself here.
All right. Bless up.
Bless up. Bless up. Bless up.
If you prove you are the man and nobody can rule you, like them are you mad?
So
either you don't give a damn or you just
as we do on a Saturday on Fun Bands Radio.
Then she give you the book, now you're
your MixMaster DJ Ramon, we shine the spotlight on our artist.
You know yourself, boy, it should open up your eyes. You shouldn't do that.
This afternoon we featured Lady Twiggi.
You should be mad.
Big artist.
You shouldn't do that. She walked out that door.
Song called Love Lost.
Now it's too late. You don't have
one of her latest projects.
like before. Every day you get up and go with your friends. The woman they alone on the end. She only good for cook and wash your clothes. That really doesn't make no sense. She dead and fed up when you mingle. To make you start to feel like that she's single. By the time you realize she have another man a free. Oh, what a surprise. You shouldn't do that. It's gone crazy.
So Twiggi
should be mad.
Doing big songs from way back in the 90s.
You shouldn't do that. She walked out that door.
How many people know or knew Twiggi was a part of 5446?
Like before.
Toured with Toots. Featured on so many Grammy nominated albums. Big artists, you hear?
When a woman walks into your life, show respect as if she's wife. She will do the best that she can. Don't you ever push her in the arms of another.
So she can be found
on
all social media platforms. Go stream. Go stream the music. Support the artists.
Thank you for listening to the Spotlight segment with MixMaster DJ Ramon. Artist contact information can be found in the video description.